Good evening and welcome to another video by Royshare UK. Right, on today's video, I want you to look at two screenshots I got here for you. One is from Bolt, this one here, and the other one is from Uber. Now, as you know, I work for both of them. Now, the numbers I want you to concentrate is, if you go to Bolt first, the activity score there, 23%, okay? And if you go to Uber, 45%. Now, Uber calls theirs the confirmation rate, whilst Bolt calls it the activity score. Now, there is a difference on how each calculates their respective score. Uber scores it over 500 rated jobs, and where Bolt has opted for the lesser count, and that is reflected on the fluctuations of the actual activity score itself. Now, regardless of this, there shouldn't be such a difference. Now, I'm talking about, if you compare these, nearly twice as much. Now, that is a huge difference. So what is the reasoning for this? And if anything, I prefer to give Bolt, I prefer to do a Bolt job rather than an Uber job. So I give them a bit more priority. And even then, I end up with a lower activity score. And the reason for this low activity rate is because Bolt fails to display the destination postcode properly, or even the pickup postcode is missing. Now, they are very well aware of this, and I know this because I've mentioned it to them in the meetings they hosted. And like every other meeting, it just seems to be a tick box exercise. You don't get any feedback from them saying, what they've implemented on the gatherings they've been having. So they know this very well. So if we look at this job here, for instance, it's unpostcoded on both accounts. Neither the pickup or the drop-off actually have any postcodes on them. So the first thing to assume here is Bolt, they don't simply want you to know the postcode. And something, I could buy into this. And it makes sense that by simply not wanting you to know the postcode, the information, you probably, if the information was displayed, you probably would have refused the job in the first instance. So, no postcode, there's a chance you might just accept it. But then, if that was the case, why give the postcode on some other jobs? Because this is not unpostcoded all the time. Some jobs are, some jobs ain't. And this is what this video is about. And it all comes down to the layout or the format used. And the format they use actually hides the postcode. It could be simply because it's too long. There's not enough room for the postcode to be displayed. But for some reason, funnily enough, they do have room to say, like you can see here, what city the job is in, what country the job's even in. If you were to stroll a bit more in depth, they'll tell you what universe the job's in, which solar system the job belongs to, and which part of the black hole it's in. It's just, but one thing it doesn't tell you, that the job is actually at, SW1. And in that respect, you have to say that Bolt is light years ahead of Uber. The information is way, way too much. But look, If you look at this, it's a simple thing. All they have to do is alter the format of the postcode to be displayed at the beginning of the address. And if they did that, that would actually address the whole issue here. So there you are. I'll speak to you guys some other time. Bye bye now.